Welcome back to another edition of Rob Sports Center. As you can see by the title, man, yes, I'm back with another Larry Bird reaction video. So this video is titled, "The Larry Bird Disrespect Has Gone Too Far." Larry Bird has been getting disrespected. I'm pretty sure probably since the beginning of time, people haven't been giving him his just dues, and we already know why 9 times out of 10. You know what I mean? But I see as of recently, he's really been getting a lot of disrespect in terms of like the newer style players saying he this, saying that. You got JJ Redick talking crazy. Now I'm interested to see what they're about to give to say in this video, man. So you know how we do over here. I ain't gonna talk you out of death, but before we get into this video, do me a big favor, man. Smash that thumbs up button. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. And when you subscribe, click that notification bell. That way you be notified on all things Rob Sports Center. Let's get into the video.
So, as you guys know, recently Kevin Durant
put Team Bird down in the comment section. If you really rocking with Bird, if you're really a part of the Larry Bird Nation, put Team Bird down in the comments.
NBA's top 10 all-time scoring list, surpassing late great Moses Malone. And look, while KD at age 35 is still playing fantastic, has great longevity, the overall notice in recent years is somehow better than Larry Bird, the second best small forward in NBA history. I really don't buy. And former NBA champion John Sally, who's very vocal about these debates, echoed that exact same sentiment. As like most NBA fans Sally knows,
bro,
a player's longevity, while impressive,
the biggest thing about KD, let's just be honest with you, is the scoring. And see, that's the only thing that they're looking at is the scoring. That's it. They're not looking at rebounding. They're not looking at facilitating. They're not looking at defense. They're not looking at hustle. They're not looking at the overall mentality. KD had to go run and join the team that previously beat him in order to get a championship. You see what I'm saying? That's why, in my opinion, KD is a phenomenal talent, but I do not consider KD as that type of guy. I'm just going to be honest with you. If you're going based off of points, obviously, yeah. But the mentality of absolutely not.
It's kind of
he's not the type of person that leads a team like how Bron leads a team, or like how Bird leads a team, or like how Mike leads a team. These are leaders. KD is a follower, not a leader. So for you to even be comparing him to Bird, in my opinion, is total disrespect.
And if
you're a KD fan, I'm ready to go to war with you in the comments.
Bird versus KD as individual players' all-time legacies and overall value, I think Bird still clears Kevin Durant pretty easily. As a fact, Bird from day one had an instant impact on his team, the thing few players can say.
Right.
As Boston 79, without Larry Bird, only won 29 games, the second fewest in the NBA. Compared with Bird the very next year, as minor roster changes, they won 61, the best in the East. And pretty important note, KD, the first decade of his career, never cracked 61 wins until 2017 with the Golden State Warriors. Now, a
team who was overly stacked. A team who was overly stacked. He got to the finals once without the Golden State Warriors. But guess who sent them home? LeBron. Like, come on, man.
Bird and Kevin Durant do have is being very injury prone, especially late in their careers. But if you look at prime Bird from 1988-88, Bird every single year was at worst a top 5 player. As in his rookie year, he finished 4th in MVP. In the next 3 years, was runner-up every single season. And many forget, even 87-88 was still top 3 MVP voting after winning 3 straight, which hasn't been done since Bird. And a major part of winning MVP is great teammates. And while Larry Bird and Kevin Durant both had Hall of Fame teammates, the way KD won his championships was vastly different than Larry Bird.
He bought his championship. That's the difference. Bird came in and worked hard, led by example to get to where he was at. KD just went and joined a team who was already stacked. A team who previously went, 73-9? A team who, come on, man.
City, despite having Westbrook, a young James Harden, a pretty good supporting cast, only made 1 finals and won 1 finals game. Compared to Bird, who won 3 championships, made numerous finals with the team that drafted him. And looking at Bird's best teammates, You have Kevin McHale, Tiny Archibald, Robert Parrish, Dennis Johnson, and Danny Ainge. Bird had those all-time great teammates at varying points in his career, compared to Kevin Durant, who's had vastly more talent with still less rings. Of course, having Steph Curry, Clay, Draymond, that crew in Golden State.
But they say new players are better than old players.
Westbrook, James Harden.
So hold on. Let's make it make sense now. So if that's the case, so if the guys that KD had around him were better than the guys that Bird had around him, why doesn't the results that KD got over here mirror the results that Bird got over here? Make it make sense.
Kyrie and Booker in his post and Golden State era. And the fact KD and Brooklyn failed so miserably is something you can't say about Larry Bird and his overall career. And in Brooklyn, Kevin Durant was basically pseudo GM on the shots, getting the players he wanted.
I'm sorry, man. I know it's only 3 minutes video. I can't stop pausing, man, because y'all know how passionate I am about these debates. But it's like, bruh, it takes more than just athleticism or quote unquote skill. A lot of it is here. And that's what I say the newer players lack compared to the legends of the past.
But still failing.
I'm gonna put it over here for right now.
The Golden State had and still has helped Kevin Durant tremendously in winning those 2 championships. And look at the 2017 and 2018 Warriors. It is heavily debated who the team's best player and their most valuable asset. As many Warriors fans still argue Steph Curry was the team's MVP both those seasons. Now, we can have that debate, have a conversation anytime you want to. When it comes to Larry Bird, him and the best player on a championship team was not once ever debated. I mean, look at 84 in the playoffs. For the entire postseason, he ranked first in points, first rebounds, first in steals, and second assists, only behind Magic. And looking at his overall numbers, he was averaging well above 25 points per game on 50-40-90 splits. And unlike KD and Golden State, Bird in 84 had no teammate who had 17 points per game or close to a player like Steph Curry. And if you want to compare peak for peak, prime for prime, look at 86 Bird. As from start to finish that year, he dominated in all aspects. Of course, winning MVP, only 5 votes shy of being unanimous. Boston, the best record in the NBA, he won the 3-point contest, was Finals MVP, leading Boston in points, rebounds, and assists for the entire postseason with once again 50-40-90 splits. In my humble opinion, 84 Bird, 85 Bird, and especially 86 Bird are better than any version of Kevin Durant. And if you want to look at overall competition in the finals and the playoffs, Bird in his finals, he wasn't playing George Hill and J.R. Smith and a bum squad in the 2018 Cavs. The teams Bird was playing were the Showtime Lakers and the Houston Rockets with Hall of Fame big men. And looking at Bird's East, of course, the 76ers, who made numerous finals, had tons of Hall of Fame talent. The Pistons, who had 3, 4, even 5 All-Star players from year to year. The Cavaliers, who had 3 All-Stars routinely. Dominique's Hawks, Jordan's Bulls. The underrated Bucks with Jack Sikma, Sidney Moncrief, and that crew. The 80s East from start to finish was absolutely loaded.
Like I was saying in the previous video, Bird is like I said, he's one of the guys like the Mikes, the Kobe's, that they defy what's normal. Like I say, it's like with like what Sean Davis was saying, some of the stuff that he does and it's almost most coaches will frown upon it. Like the shot he just made, in transition, he went up like he was going to pass and ended up shooting it. So that's an off-balance shot. Normally you want to be squared up and set your feet when you shoot. But some people are the exception to that. They can shoot it like that and they can shoot it off balance. And what's so crazy is that a lot of Bird shots, I'm talking about clutch shots, were off balance shots. Like that's crazy. That's insane.
And Bird's finals competition, unlike Kevin Durant, was far superior. Now, once again, looking at Bird and Kevin
that was nice.
as individual players, the overall passing and playmaking gap is a massive divide between these two players. As Bird, unlike KD...
Now, I will say, just like he said, the scoring between But it's more ways to affect the game than just pure scoring. So you look at, like I said, the scoring gap, is here with them two. But when it comes to playmaking and facilitating, Bird separates by a massive margin, in my honest opinion. And if you're a KD fan, I'm sorry, but show me give me some concrete proof up to why he should be considered, or why what I'm saying isn't true in terms of the gap between them two when it comes to playmaking. I'm all for being checked.
The phenomenal passing is fast break, half court, and especially out of the post. And from Kevin McHale to Bill Walton to Danny Ainge, Larry Bird in his prime made all of his teammates better. And look, KD isn't a terrible passer, a terrible playmaker. He's gotten better in recent years. But comparing to Bird, a Magic-esque passer, it's not even a comparison to these two players in that regard.
At all.
And one highly underrated player of his game was his rebounding. As 7 times in 8 years, he was top 10 in that category for the entire NBA. And if you want to compare scoring to basketball, I would say yes, Kevin Durant overall was the better scorer. But the overall gap in scoring ability isn't nearly as big as the gap in playmaking and rebounding. And if you want to be 100% honest, the best Larry Bird comparison in today's NBA is someone like Jokic. Great scorer, highly efficient, a beast on the boards.
Once again, what did I tell y'all? I said it. What did I say? I said that in I would say probably there might have been like 3 or 4 videos ago that's a comparison, right? And I promise you, just like I said, I do not pre-watch these videos. I watch these videos live with you guys. So a lot of the stuff that I say, they end up saying in the videos. So just for that alone, man, I think I deserve a thumbs up and a subscription, man.
A tremendous passer. Bird at 6'9", 6'10", was indeed Jokic before Jokic. And his overall offensive impact on his teammates, his franchise, was far superior than someone like KD, who is a score-first player. And if you want to talk offensive impact, look at Boston in 1988 with Larry Bird compared to 89 without him. As in 88 with Bird, they were first in offensive rating, third in points per game, first in net, first in field percentage, first in 3 percentage, first in true shooting percentage, and first in assists. That year, Boston undoubtedly was the best offense in the entire NBA. But only 1 year later, without Larry Bird, they go from an all-time great offense to a mediocre or below average offense. In 89, they ranked 8th in offensive rating, 10th in scoring, 14th in net, 6th in shooting percentage, 26th
they dropped down a lot,
and 10th in true shooting percentage. To give you guys some perspective of how big a drop-off that truly is, Boston in 88 was a better offense than the Showtime Lakers. But in 89, they went from an all-time great offense to just meh, not really that great. And the players they still had, they still had McHale, Parrish, they had Reggie Lewis, and a really deep bench. If you look at Kevin Durant's career, yes, he was highly valuable. But in terms of Larry Bird value, that type of value, Kevin Durant never has been that valuable. As in any of his teams, Brooklyn, Phoenix, Oklahoma City, especially Golden State, his offensive value hasn't really transcended his team for the best players in the world. And speaking of Golden State, the big cloud over Kevin Durant's head is not winning a championship without the Warriors. As in OKC, Brooklyn, and Phoenix, so far to this point, he's produced 0 championships and only 1 final appearance. In the post-Golden State era, Kevin Durant has failed miserably. And until he makes a final to the championship with his team's best player, I don't want to hear any comparison like him versus Larry Bird. And look, like I said in the opening, KD being 35, having great longevity, is fantastic in a vacuum. But if you want to compare player for players, legacy for legacy, overall value for value, longevity stats aren't the way to go. As someone like Russell Westbrook, compared to Bird, total stats-wise, is far superior. But like we always say, those longevity stats are highly misleading and not the way to go in a player comparison.
Most definitely.
So really in conclusion, Larry Bird, he's still a better overall player, the greater player, with much more accolades and accomplishments in less time. So that right there is the end of the video. As always, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.
So let's go ahead and get these comments popping, man. Let me know y'all take on this. You know what I mean? And go in if you must. If you a Bird fan, go in. If you a Durant fan, go in. But let's get these debates going in the comments. As you guys can see, as if in this video, man. If you did enjoy this video, do me a big favor. Smash that thumbs up button. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. When you subscribe, click that post notification bell. That way you'll be notified on all things Rob Sports Center. Because like I always say in every outro, just like who? The GOAT Drizzy Drake say, I'm coming back to back with these videos. I'll see y'all in the next video.